Couch Guy Sports Podcast, episode number 137. Nick Quaglia, Jared Scali, producer Patty P. We got the whole group back together this week. Last week there was nobody who just had to drop out of the show, had to back out of the show. We had some scheduling issues. Things happen. Life happens. Sometimes you got to go to bar trivia on a Wednesday night.
It was your fault, not mine.
Okay? No, listen. There was money on the line. I was told that I had to. I was told, actually, listen to this. So we recorded on Thursday. Show still got out at the regular time, which was nice, and nobody even noticed. We had Alan on the show. So Wednesday night, I went to a bar in Weymouth and did trivia. And I was told there was this there was a cash prize, whatever. Second place got cash. So I joined a team. And they wanted me to go. They wanted me to do sports, which I didn't even know one of the answers, so I was useless. Actually, no, I got one of the biggest questions that I'm still taking credit for actually getting us second place. But we ended up getting second place. And I was told the guy hosting it was like, oh, it's a $10 gift card. The place is called The Cottage in Weymouth. He was like, oh, everybody, you get a $10 gift card for second place. I was like, great. Sounds good. That'd be awesome. A couple beers. It's a $10 gift card for the entire team.
What? That does nothing. What does that do? What does that do?
It was like what, $1.33 per person.
What does that do?
Or something like that.
Absolutely nothing. What was the question that you thought you were gonna get wrong?
No, there was a question and I knew it. It was on the tip of my tongue. I couldn't get the name. It was who scored 8 touchdowns in 18 consecutive games between the, I think, 2004 and 2005 season.
2004 and 2005. Like a player?
18 consecutive running touchdowns or running
like
or whatever.
Patriots or just in the NFL?
No, any team in the NFL.
Oh. I have no idea.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Really?
He didn't, in my head when I was trying to figure out that answer, he didn't even exist. That guy didn't even exist.
Nope.
And when he was like LaDainian Tomlinson, I was like 2004, but that makes sense.
Does make sense. 100%.
People forget how fucking good LaDainian Tomlinson was.
Yeah, it's a shame they didn't go to Super Bowl. Somebody named Tom Brady just got in the way. Well, actually, somebody named Phillip Rivers got in the way too. From LaDainian Tomlinson going to the Super Bowl because they had some damn good teams back then, and they did not go anywhere.
Have you seen that video going around of Phillip Rivers? I don't know who it was on the Jaguars, but someone from the Jaguars helped him up, and then he just starts being a dick. And he's like, 90-yard touchdown! 90-yard touchdown! Have you seen that video?
No, but he's a D-bag. Phillip Rivers is a douche.
He was just being an asshole.
He's never going to win a Super Bowl. Is he retiring yet? Can he retire? I think he's done. He should stop playing.
Dude, it's crazy that he hasn't retired yet.
I think what happened was last year they were good. Like they came into New England. They were good last year. They ran into the Patriots again, and they were good. And this year they weren't. And I think he wants to go out having a chance to win. I don't think he wants to go out after a bad season if they can help it.
Yeah. So this right here, this is the video.
He's going for 90-yard touchdown. 90-yard touchdown. Hey, 17. You see, I ain't talking, right? Stay humble, bro. But you know he's right. Stay humble, cuz. I can say 90 yards. I can be excited. Yeah, but don't do that by my ear. Don't do it by my ear. No, do it by my ear. I will do it by my ear. No. Hey, that's what I do. 17. That's what I do. I heard that you after the game. 17, just keep talking.
He's a fucking lunatic.
He's a lunatic. 90-yard touchdown. I'm just excited. I'm just screaming 90-yard touchdown. Like what?
And I know you. There's a video version of this. You guys can look it up on YouTube right now. And the people who listen to the podcast, if you haven't seen it yet, go look on Twitter. It is so stupid. And this guy, the visual aid, you need the visual aid for that video because this guy goes over there and helps Phillip Rivers up. Straight up, he hits Phillip Rivers, knocks him to the ground, sticks out his hand, helps him up. Then Phillip Rivers just starts being a jackass.
Yeah, not like a love tap on the helmet, like a thanks, bro, like a 90-yard touchdown. Does that mean thank you now? Is that what that means? Like,
yeah,
what are we doing?
The referee straight up goes to Phillip Rivers, get the fuck out of here. And then when they're walking down the field, the defender goes to Phillip Rivers. He was like, don't be yelling that in my ear or something like that. And Phillip Rivers is like, I will yell that in your ear. I will yell that in your ear.
Do whatever I want, fool.
he's Phillip Rivers. people do not talk about how much of a psychopath that guy is.
Well, because, dude, he lives in San Diego and drives to LA every day.
That is crazy. That's like a 2.
That alone screams.
Is that a 2-hour or 4-hour drive?
Oh, I think it's like 4.
Yeah, I think it is too. Imagine. I mean, San Diego's great. Like, I would much rather live in San Diego than I would live in LA. But driving 4 hours a day for a commute, I hate driving 15 minutes. I'm praying for a snow day tomorrow. Probably not going to get it.
To Los Angeles is 3 hours.
Imagine commuting
one way.
Imagine commute in LA traffic. Imagine commuting 3 hours one way. There's no way. There is no chance he still lives in San Diego. He can't.
No, he claims he does. Claims he hasn't moved yet.
I'd kill myself. I'd just kill myself. Like I said, I hate traffic in friggin' Braintree. All right. Weekly dump.
Pew, 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 pew,
friggin' Alan last week was not about...
Alan's a bitch. Pew, pew.
The first time. And yeah, you know what, too? Alan watches the show every week. So, Alan, what the fuck was that? This guy...
You're a bitch, bro.
He was... The first time he came on the show, he was, the only reason I threw it to him, I probably wouldn't have if he didn't do this the first time. The first time he did this show, when he filled in for you, he jumped right into that when I said weekly dump, went right into it. So I said it again last week, gave him the pause, and he didn't do it, and he didn't want to do it. Like, what happened?
Pew, 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 Al, you're a bitch. Pew.
Weekly dump, first things first, news broke, we're going to get into this. We're probably going to end up talking about this for a majority of the show. News broke on Monday that the Patriots were caught filming the sideline of the Cincinnati Bengals from the press box. Bill Belichick and the Patriots deny knowing anything about the situation, and they claim that an independent contractor filming their Do Your Job web series was there filming an advanced scout and unknowingly broke the rules when filming the sideline. There reportedly is 8 minutes worth of footage there on the tape, and the NFL is investigating it. There's some progress. People forget Spygate really did not last too long, because Deflategate took years. Deflategate was a very long time. Spygate, I think, was only, 4 or 5 days it took them to
it wasn't much.
Investigate. So we're going to get news on this soon if there is anything. Again, we're going to talk about it more. Rex Ryan goes after the Patriots on Monday's Get Up on ESPN when he's talking about the referee's egregious penalties that benefited the Chiefs. He said, tells the Patriots to cry me a river. All right, Rex Ryan. Russia has been handed a 4-year ban from all major sporting events by the World Anti-Doping Agency. Classic Russia.
Get banned for more things. It's fine. They can participate individually, like independently.
In the Olympics?
Like, as I guess, not playing for Russia.
Just as people?
Just as people. I participate as human being.
Hey, I'm in the Olympics as Vladimir.
Yeah, I participate as Team Vladimir. Team Putin.
It's good. Honestly, like, if somebody gave me all countries in the world and was like, there's a country who is banned for steroids, guess the country.
It's Russia.
Russia would be first.
It's Russia and then, like, North Korea.
North Korea. No, I mean, I don't know if they're doing steroids as much.
Or nuking Russia. So they don't participate. One or the other.
If they're just bringing nuclear bombs, like nuclear bombs, I feel like people make jokes about like, oh, when you become an American citizen, you're handed a gun. And with North Korea, I feel like as soon as you're born, you're given plans on how to build it.
I'm surprised, like, when you're watching the Olympics and the North Korea flag usher comes out, it's not just like the flag isn't a nuclear mushroom cloud. Like, I'm surprised that's not their national flag. Like,
we're gonna cloud. Episode 138 might not be happening because we're gonna get kidnapped by the North Koreans. Steven Strasburg headed back to Washington, D.C., which I love after the Nats. Well, I kind of love it.
For a shit ton of money.
After the Nats handed him a 7-year, $245 million contract, which officially beats David Price's 7-year, $217 million contract that he got from the Patriots. This is worth $35 AAV. And that means that the Yankees, now all they can do is pray that they get Garrett Cole. And they're going to have to do whatever it takes, because if the Yankees don't, mark my words right here, if the Yankees don't get Garrett Cole, that is going to destroy their fan base. That is going to upset so many members.
They've basically been promised Garrett Cole since last season. And you look at the number they offered him, it was what, the 275 number?
So that's...
Or 245?
And with Garrett Cole, after Strasburg's deal, which was the exact number it was reported that the Yankees were offering him, he will now be expected to exceed the $300 million mark.
Oh, I saw 330 out there too.
100. Oh, puke. I mean, what would you? I don't even know what I would do with 200.
But see, that's you know those conversations you have with your buddy at the bar, like, hey, what would you do with fuck you money? I'd have a house literally in like every city I love. Like,
I'd be dead.
You'd be dead? What do you mean you'd be dead?
I'd do something dumb enough to kill myself. Probably get addicted to drugs.
If you win that kind of money, can you just change your will and put me in it just in case?
I barely even like weed. But if I got $200 million, I feel like I'm
trying a little bit of everything. You might be flying to North Korea.
Drugs.
You might be going to North Korea. Why not?
The new North Korean dictator.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna go buy out North Korea. That's what you'll do.
I know North Korea is kind of fucked up, but they were like, "Hey, you want to be dictator?" I'd be like, let me mull it over. Let me mull it over.
24 hours. Can I sleep on it?
Yes, let me sleep on it tonight.
Eli Manning got family. It's a big decision.
Eli Manning got the opportunity to play again on Monday night while Daniel Jones was hurt, and he dropped below the 500 mark, which is hysterical. He went into last night's game. He hasn't played for a majority of the season after he sucked. They brought in Daniel Jones. Went into last night's game with Daniel Jones hurt with a 116 record overall through his career. After losing last night, and they were up at one point 17-3, he drops to 116 and 117 overall.
He looked okay. I mean, for what Eli is now.
Yeah,
fine.
I guess.
I mean, he needs to retire. I think he's done. He needs to stop playing.
Yeah, you're right. For what he is at this point, like, he looks, I guess, fine. Gordon Hayward made his return for the Celtics after just 4 weeks. Hayward fractured his hand. It was originally assumed that he would be back around Christmas time. He returned on Monday night and looked damn good. This Celtics team is so much fun to watch.
The East is just nuts. It's like 6 teams that are all legit contenders, and they're all
just
legit at home.
Remember 5, maybe even 3-4 years ago, it was just the Celtics and the Cavs. Everybody else was kind of a joke.
Yeah, the East is catching up to the West. Now, granted, the West is still deeper, but not by much.
It might not even really be deeper anymore.
If you look at the NBA standings overall, it used to always be like the top 5 teams for the Western Conference teams, except for like the team LeBron James was on in the East.
Yeah,
and now it's like intertwined. Like
it's crazy.
West.
It's crazy to look at like the Warriors. The Warriors, I think they did at one point last week.
5 wins.
They were the worst record in the NBA.
They're not anymore, but yeah, they were there. I mean, they don't know who's playing for them, right? Steph Curry's not playing. Klay Thompson's not playing. Draymond Green's their star. Like that's not going to win any games.
Which is sad.
It's not winning any games.
Patrick Mahomes' girlfriend claims that she was harassed along with Mahomes' little brother at the Patriots Chiefs game on Sunday. Dave Portnoy from Barstool wrote an article, a blog on the website, and he titled it, "Is Patrick Mahomes' girlfriend and his brother the 2 dumbest humans on earth?" And this story irked me originally in the first place, just by the way she was acting, because you could tell that it was just fabricated. So this from the LA Times. Patrick Mahomes' girlfriend says that she and the Kansas City quarterback's younger brother were moved to a, quote, safe place by Gillette Stadium security during the Chiefs game against the New England Patriots on Sunday in Foxborough. Brittany Matthews was all over social media as she and Jackson Mahomes watched the Chiefs defeat the Patriots 23-16 to clinch the AFC West title. In addition to commentary about the action on the field, Matthews also provided details about how the two of them were being treated by some New England fans. And according to Matthews, they weren't treated well. Quote, "As soon as we sit down, drunk dude, hey everyone, this is Patrick Mahomes' girl and brother. Let's give them ... First of all, there's no fucking way. There's no way a Patriots fan was like, "Hey everyone, this is Patrick Mahomes' girl and his brother." That happens in TV shows.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
There's no way. And you know how you prove this happened? You talk to the Gillette Stadium security guard who moved them to a safe place.
Yep. Find the security guard. That's it. I didn't move. I never moved them. What are you talking about? Okay, great.
She has been so obnoxious.
She's awful.
So obnoxious.
She's awful. And I like Patty Mahomes too. So
I do too.
She's awful.
That's the crappy thing. Like, she does not understand. I tweeted this on Sunday night. She does not understand what she is just, once the Patriots and Chiefs are probably going to play each other in the divisional round.
Oh, I hate that.
if the Patriots play the Chiefs and beat them, she's literally going to have to shut off her phone. Her Twitter.
It's gonna blow up. It's gonna be so bad.
It's
gonna be bad anyway, but it's gonna be worse if they lose.
Her Twitter is literally gonna catch her phone on fire. So many people are gonna be tweeting at her, and like she was talking about how Patriots fans. I wish I had this tweet up. I forgot to pull it up. Apparently Patriots fans were chirping like, oh, 6 rings, and she was like, wait till Patrick Mahomes plays till that age. Look, I don't think Patrick Mahomes, especially if he's got Andy Reid as his head coach, going to be winning 6 Super Bowl rings.
Nope, and he ain't going to play till 45 either.
No, he's not. The way he plays, his kneecap.
He's going to make like 35.
Yeah. And I love Patrick Mahomes, which is the crappy thing.
Yeah, I do like him as a player. If he wasn't on the Chiefs, it'd be a little better.
Yeah. And there's also a video of her, too, at the game. And Kevin Rooney tweeted this. Patrick Mahomes' girlfriend, Brittany Matthews, claims she was harassed by fans at Gillette Stadium. I wonder why. And it's a video of her just being obnoxious at the game.
She's obnoxious. Like, there's no, if you watch her, if you know her, like, you can see if you follow it, like, you go back even just in her social media. She's no bueno. Patty Mahomes, if you're listening, big boy, get new arm candy, man.
She's his high school sweetheart. My new favorite rivalry.
Oh, sorry.
My new favorite rivalry right now is Brittany Matthews versus Brianna Peer, Patriots fangirl. She's on the Patriots roundtable for CLNS a couple times. She's going to be later on in the month too. She hates her. Brianna hates Patrick Mahomes' girlfriend. She has just been chirping the fuck out of her, and it is hysterical. It's a rivalry that if Brittany Matthews ends up clapping back,
it's gonna get. It's going up there.
I think it'll be pretty good. All right, that was the weekly dump. Pew. Now let's get into the big news.
Al, you're a bitch. Pew.
After we talk about our friends over at Seated. Guys, Seated is a fast-growing mobile app that allows restaurant goers to earn rewards and gift cards simply for making reservations through the app. Seated is currently available in the following cities: New York City, Boston, Chicago, Philly, and Atlanta. And it's coming soon to San Fran, LA, Washington, D.C., Houston, Miami, Austin, Texas, Denver, Providence, Rhode Island, which is huge, guys, huge, and Seattle, which means more and more opportunities for earning referrals. Click the link in the description below, sign up, and book your table in some of the hottest restaurants in Boston. Helping not only us, but you guys also will be getting rewarded just for reserving the table. Guys, just to keep it simple for you, this is an app that helps you reserve tables at your favorite restaurants in Boston. We know it's so hard to get tables at your favorite restaurants in the city on Friday nights and Saturday nights. By using this app, you guys secure your table for whatever time you want. It's a phenomenal app, and you get rewarded for it. And guys, by doing this, you guys also help us out too. The link is in the description below on our YouTube page, iTunes. We are now on Spotify too. Everywhere you can get this podcast, the description should be right there. Also on the website as well. If you guys ever need to find it, if you're having trouble finding it, you guys can tweet at one of us too. We've got the link. Sign up through there, and from there, you got 30 days to help us out if you sign up and if you use a reservation. If you reserve a table in 30 days after that, you help us out, and you guys get rewarded for it too. Again, Seated, the fastest growing mobile app that allows restaurant goers to earn rewards and gift cards simply for making reservations through the app.
Want some Tom Brady breaking news?
Oh, no. Oh, stop. I have no idea what you're about to say, but I just wanted to puke. What?
It's not that big of a deal. I just wanted to see what your reaction was.
I feel like shoulder surgery done.
He's
Stidham time.
He is giving away his seat on Best Buddies.
Why?
The charity. He is passing the torch to Julian Edelman and Jason Tatum.
Oh yeah, I like that.
He's going to still be involved, but he's no longer going to be like a chairman, like a co-chairman. He's passing the torch. Yeah, he's still going to be there, but also conspiracy theorists might think, well, he's passing it off because he's leaving.
Oh. Ooh.
Another wrinkle in the whole real estate thing, you know?
Ooh. That's not bad. It's not a bad rumor.
Just saying.
All right, so the big news of the week. Patriots caught filming the Bengals sideline, which is crazy And it's especially crazy because if you know the history of the Patriots and Spygate, you would think, why would the Patriots ever do this again? And not only that, why would the Patriots do it to a 1-12 Cincinnati Bengals team? The worst team in the NFL.
You don't need to cheat to beat fake football teams.
So this is from CNN. This is the story of what happened yesterday when it broke, Monday. The New England Patriots are once again embroiled in controversy. This time they've been accused of recording the Cincinnati Bengals sideline during the team's game against the Cleveland Browns Sunday. ESPN was first to report the story. The Bengals are due to play the Patriots Sunday. Quote, "We are aware of the incident. We are aware it is being investigated by the NFL." The Bengals said in a statement to the CNN Sports, quote, "We will have no further comment." The Patriots organization released a statement saying its video team was shooting a behind-the-scenes feature on the Patriots scouting staff at First Energy Stadium for a series called Do Your Job. The team said, which I didn't even know was online, by the way. I guess they're doing a whole series. The team said it acknowledges that the production crew, quote, "unknowingly violated a league policy by filming the field and sideline from the press box." Quote, "The sole purpose of the filming was to provide an illustration of an advanced scout at work on the road," the statement reads. There was no intention of using the footage for any other purpose. The team added that the production crew was, quote, "independent from our football operation." Bengals head coach Zach Taylor was asked by a reporter about the rumors around the incident, which really set this whole thing off because nobody knew anything about this. And then all of a sudden, some reporter asked Zach Taylor at a press conference. He was like, "Yeah, we're looking into this." And everybody was like, "Wait, hold on. What'd you say?" What, one more time? He said he was aware of the incident but didn't offer further comment. The Patriots admit there was a video crew at the game. And I'll get to Bill Belichick's statement later. The team said while they were granted credentials from the Cleveland Browns because this happened at the Cleveland Browns Stadium to be at the game, quote, "Our failure to inform the Bengals and the league was an unintended oversight. The crew turned over all footage to the NFL and cooperated fully when questioned," the team said. Quote, "We accept full responsibility for the action of our production crew at the Browns-Bengals game," the Patriots said. The NFL has not responded to CNN Sports' request for comment. You guys can find the entire statement over at the Patriots Twitter. Okay, so that was the general breakdown of this. Interesting. So for those of you who don't know, even though if you're listening to this fucking podcast, I hope you do know, the Patriots were nabbed with Spygate in 2007, I believe, is when the actual punishment came down. Patriots were caught on Sunday filming the Cincinnati Bengals sideline, which
for 8 minutes,
not a good look.
Straight for 8 minutes.
For 8 minutes. So what the Patriots claim is that this was an independent contractor. They were filming Advanced Scout for the Do Your Job series, like I said. There were 8 minutes worth of film being reviewed now by the league. And the report is that he's working for Robert Kraft's production team to help make this series, which you guys remember from Spygate in 2007 and years prior when these guys were caught. Do you know what he said, Jared?
"We are part of Kraft Sports Production and have nothing to do with the football day-to-day."
The exact excuse.
Also, had no idea. I mean, I knew it was the excuse, but, like, what did Kraft Sports Productions really do back then?
Oh, exactly. Like,
that was literally the arm of the company that was created because they were cheating. Like, I'm actually convinced that Kraft Sports Productions is now a thing because they used that as an excuse for Spygate. And they had to roll with it. But let's just go with it. It sounds good.
All part of an elaborate plan. They've got the Kraft Sports Production now, so if they get caught, they'll be like, "Yeah, we're filming this series. What of it, bitch?
Do your job, bitch. We have 7 rings."
So this is what Bill Belichick said on OMF on WEEI. He said, and this was like probably a half hour, maybe an hour after this news broke when he was on OMF. He said, quote, "I heard about this, and evidently this is our production people on the TV show that were there, and we have absolutely nothing to do with anything that they produce or direct or shoot. I have never even seen any of their tapes or anything else. This is something that we 100% have zero involvement with." So what's your gut tell you? Do the Patriots does Bill Belichick know about this? Essentially, Is this another Spygate? Were they spying to gain an advantage? Or do you believe that this was just a 100% independent contractor unknowingly recording the sideline?
I strongly believe that Belichick had no idea. I think that.
What about Ernie?
Ernie's knee deep in this. Are you kidding me? Ernie.
What does
Ernie do? What does Ernie do, really? Cheat. That's what Ernie does. So look, Bill Belichick had absolutely nothing to do with this. I don't think majority of the team knew about this. I genuinely believe that he probably is filming something for Kraft Sports Productions. I believe that.
So he claims it's B-roll.
Yeah,
which is B-roll. People who don't know B-roll, it's just the extra film that's shown, like I don't know, like layover film, I guess you can call it.
Exactly. It's basically like if you're watching the news, it's like the thing that people talk over when they show scenes of stuff, right? Like that's what B-roll is. So but you don't need. And someone used the excuse. I think it was just a random caller today on the sports hub for Felger Maz was like, yeah, so I'm a videographer, and B-roll, it takes forever. Like you could tape something for 8 minutes to get the perfect shot. And I'm like, dude, you can't film the damn sideline. That's cheating.
That's another thing. There were rumors going around today on Twitter that you can film whatever you want. You can film the sideline. It doesn't matter. It's a rule. It might be a stupid rule at this point. It really might. There's still some teams, I'm sure, who use hand signals, but you've got the radio now. You've got the microphones and the headsets. You've got the mic around you, whatever, and the helmets. You don't really need this anymore. It might be a stupid rule, but regardless, it's a rule. It is a rule. So the Patriots, the problem here with the Patriots, what?
No, good.
The problem here with the Patriots is people aren't going to believe a word they say because they've been caught now a couple of times. Deflategate, I am much more weary on than a lot of people are. I know a lot of people just kind of conceded with the notion that the Patriots did deflate the footballs, which I don't really think is a big deal, but I did kind of concede.
Of course they did it.
Even though there was only 2 balls that were actually under deflated in that game, but regardless, they do not have any leg to stand on with something like this because they've been caught in Deflategate. They were caught with Spygate. And what happens now when you're caught filming the sideline? And I know this is an independent contractor, but he's your guy. So in the end, you're responsible for that guy at the game. You're responsible to tell him, don't film the sideline. Do you guys know what happened in 2006? You 22-year-old cameraman? And that's the other thing, too. This is why I believe the Patriots. And Jared, you know me. I'm not here to just suck the Patriots' dick.
You are sometimes.
No, I'm gonna tell you what I truly believe here. I don't think that I'm on the Patriots side. I don't think that they intentionally did this. I don't think this was part of an elaborate scheme to film a 1-12 Cincinnati Bengals team. Because do you know what the cameraman was wearing?
Bruins gear.
Credentialed
by the media. The Browns gave him a media pass with a camera.
Do you think the Patriots sent a guy down there to deliberately cheat? And this guy was so stupid. He was like, you know what? I'm going to take film. I'm going to get film for Ernie Adams and Bill Belichick to cheat. But I'm also going to do it in Boston sports gear.
Well, I also think I believe
no way. There's
it's
no
also
way.
You also have to think about the fact of, like, if Belichick is caught cheating again, what's the punishment?
He's gone for a year.
It's a suspension year. It's all
Sean
this stuff.
Payton, gone for a year.
It's Sean Payton. So is Bill Belichick really going to risk a year suspension to a guy in a Bruins gear, credentialed by the Browns, actually credentialed, not even on the sideline, right? Just credentialed in the press box, to go play the 1-win Cincinnati Bengals the week after? Like,
that's the
what
thing.
world does this all make sense? Does that make sense to anybody? No. It's so stupid that people think he's going to risk all of that for the Bengals.
I just have a tough time believing they're this stupid.
They're not. They're not.
We know they've been caught before doing things. Again, Deflategate, Spygate 1.0. We know they've been caught before doing things, and I don't think Belichick would be this dumb. Now, maybe it was Ernie. I don't know. Maybe it was Ernie. Maybe it was people in the Patriots organization, but I just don't believe that they were this stupid to do this again to a 1-12 Bengals team.
And it's
if
not
they were
going
to do this to anybody, they would have done it to somebody else, but you could use the excuse that they're reeling now and they're worried that they're going to lose to the Bengals. so they took some extra measures.
You could make that argument, and that's what people are going to potentially do. But
people are already climbing out of this.
The thing is, the Patriots weren't even there. They were at home. You look at what happened. The Browns credentialed him. They knew he was there. He said, "Hey, I'm literally here to film video. I'm here. I have a camera. Like I'm with the Patriots." So like they knew he was there. The Browns knew he was there. Obviously, they're not going to like go tell the Bengals, so the Bengals were suspicious. But look, I really do believe this time around the Patriots didn't really do anything. I mean, they cheated because they can't film the sideline. So by mistake, right, if he sat there and left the camera on.
Well, at this point, they didn't cheat yet. They broke the rules.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah. They broke the rules. They didn't cheat until we figure out if they actually used it, which they probably did. At this point, if they have the video, Ernie's probably all labbed it up and ready to go. He's excited.
He's all lubed up and ready to go.
Ernie Adams is in his locker, door closed, ready to go.
Take down those 1-12 Bengals.
He's sitting in the closet. We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati.
And the field position.
Pink stripes. We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati.
Now, another reason why I believe the Patriots is because there are already reports out there that if there is a punishment, it's not going to be that severe. Per Ian Rappaport and per somebody else, I forgot his name. But per Ian Rappaport, the punishment unlikely to be severe. Mm-hmm. So what that tells me is that the league's already looked at these tapes. The leagues have already seen what's on it. Maybe it looks like B-roll. I know they're looking to see if it's anything that's not seen on like TV and things like that. Because that report's already out there from Ian Rappaport, who's a very reliable source, that tells me again that they've looked at the tapes. They've determined it's not intentional cheating. The thing is, when it says an unlikely to be severe, that means there might be something coming down the line because they broke the rules. Regardless of what you think, they broke the rules. They're going to have to get punished in some way. But
well, yeah, they broke the rules. That's a game. Yeah,
but if this was a true Spygate 2.0, well then they would get slammed. They would lose a first-round pick. They'd get fined probably $2 million this time.
$2 million.
Gone for a year.
Josh McDaniels is your coach next year. Like all this stuff.
And just look at the two, because people are calling, and we're linking the two so much, obviously, because they're so similar, and people are calling this Spygate 2.0. The first time around, this guy who was caught was in disguise. He was wearing a photographer's outfit, like one of those flaps that's still like photographer, like 100 something. So he was like sitting there pretending to be a photographer. This guy was like, yeah, I'm here to film, wearing Bruins gear, sitting there, just filming the sideline. And I don't think, and again, just the stupidity of this whole thing. You think that if this guy's trying to cheat for the Patriots, he's sitting there in the press box with the camera? He should have at least done like the Bobby Valentine,
he should have at least done like the Bobby Valentine fake mustache, sunglasses, and put a hat on or something. Like, try to at least attempt to not, if you're going to cheat. Like, that's, again, this is the biggest point of why, yes, they broke the rules. The guy filmed the sideline, whether it was on purpose or not. Like, do I possibly believe a little bit of Ernie Adams said, or like someone in general, like when Kraft Sports Productions,
dude, poor Ernie Adams,
said people
tossing him under the bus.
When the Kraft Sports Productions people send guys out to film B-roll to do all this stuff, because they put legit stuff together for YouTube, right? So yeah, does part of me say, you know what? I think potentially Ernie Adams goes, hey, if you have a chance to get some extra stuff, just by all means. But like,
yeah, but Ernie Adams, I don't think he's talking to the production crew.
No, but like, do you think he sent that to the top and it got slid down to the production crew? Probably. This all goes down to the whole thing, Cheeto fingers and pumping balls back in the day. Like that it goes down to those equipment guys too, right? So there's a bunch of stuff going over here.
Situation.
Yeah,
that's it. I just feel like I can't imagine the team is trying to get away with this again. 2015. Everybody's sharing that video of Bill Belichick talking about how he doesn't want to come anywhere close to breaking the rules again. I don't think he'd be sending somebody out there to spy on the other team. And I don't think if he did it that way, I don't think the guy would be wearing Bruins gear. I don't think he would hire the dumbest man in the world who's there to film sideline tape, sit in the press box wearing Boston Bruins gear with the camera finder facing everybody behind him. I don't think he would do that.
Not happening. Look, I get why it's big news, because at this point, look, if Belichick, if the Patriots even sniffed cheating and now the cameras are involved, it's literally replicating Spygate, Kraft Sports Productions, all that stuff. But like, look at the alignment. Like, at least last time they literally did it on purpose. They had a guy in disguise, right? Cameraman 183 or whatever it was. Now,
might have been 138, so your dyslexia got you there.
This dude's plain and open there. I don't dyslexia. Plain and open. I'm in Bruins gear. I mean, granted, brilliant. Hey, I'm just in Bruins gear. I'm from Kraft Sports Productions. Don't mind me. I'm just taping everything in sight. Don't mind me. You guys are terrible anyway, so don't even worry about it. We're not here to beat. We're not here to cheat against you guys.
It's
you guys
like
suck.
Insulting. It is insulting. They even suggested this for the Bengals.
Yeah. The Bengals I think the Patriots are trying to cheat to beat us. We don't need to cheat to beat you. Cincinnati, get over it.
I know the offense has been bad. The offense hasn't been Bengals bad. It just hasn't been.
It hasn't been that bad. They're still 10-3. They're probably still gonna go 13-3. They're gonna win the next 3 weeks. They're gonna be the 2 seed. They're gonna do all this stuff. They don't need to cheat to do it.
Okay. Do I have anything else from that I want to talk about? Wow, I actually got through everything that I wanted to talk about without looking at my notes. That's a first. Oh my God. I posted one of my Red Sox columns today from CLNS in the Remy Report on Facebook. Worst mistake of my life. I've just got a ton of people commenting on it now, and now my phone is just showing me every single comment showing up. Worst mistake of my life. You know what's not the worst mistake of my life? Camera people. MANSCAPED MANSCAPED the lawnmower 2.0. Can you guys hear that? Lawnmower 2.0 from MANSCAPED. Baby. Guys, MANSCAPED is a phenomenal product. Phenomenal product. I didn't know if I actually wanted to get MANSCAPED. Okay, but they sent me some stuff and blown away. I was telling these guys before the show came on. Blown away by how well this stuff works. Support for Couch Guy comes from Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools, Jared, for your family jewels, baby. We've all had those issues. We've all nicked areas that you do not want to get nicked. I remember when I was younger, I thought you were supposed to use tiny little scissors. That was a big-time mistake, especially when I got too close. That hurt really bad. Not anymore. No problems anymore. That's why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. Their Lawnmower 2.0 has proprietary skin-safe technology, so the trimmer won't nick or snag your nuts. Jared can attest to that, baby. We talk about shaving our balls before the show. Manscaping
Team chemistry, baby. Team chemistry.
Manscaping accidents, they are finally a thing of the past. And don't use the same trimmer on your face as you're using on your balls. That's disgusting, you filthy, disgusting animals. Manscaped also has the crop preserver and anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. You already put deodorant on your armpits, guys. Why are you not putting deodorant on the smelliest part of your body? Get 20% off. This is where you listen. This is where you listen. Put your ears. Turn up the volume a little bit. This is the part where you listen. Get 20% off. 20% off in free shipping with the code CouchGuy. I believe it's all lowercase, all one word. CouchGuy. Couch Guy, all one word, at manscaped.com. Always use the right tools for the job, guys. Your balls will thank you. Get 20% off. Again, here's the call to action. Get 20% off and free shipping. 20% off and free shipping with the code CouchGuy, all lowercase, one word, at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using promo code CouchGuy, all one word and lowercase. Guys, I'm not here trying to tell you guys to use something that doesn't work. It's an amazing product. I've already gotten a few of my friends to buy the shit. They love it. Manscaped, again, code word Couch Guy. And you know what? While you're at it, if you guys use it, send Jared and his DMs are open. Send Jared images of your nuts after you shave.
Please do. I'll CC them right to Nick. We can all share them and talk.
We're here for the sales. Just send Jared images of your balls, freshly shaved. Still some more Patriots news. Again, Couch Guy Sports Podcast brought to you by Manscaped. Patriots lose to the Chiefs. Still the number 2 seed, luckily, because the Bills lost to the Ravens. The Bills put up a pretty good fight against the Ravens, though. It almost looked like the Bills were going to beat the Ravens, which was not good for the Patriots because I did not have any faith in this game on Sunday. The story, though, from the game, so the Patriots lose 23-16. Story from the game, other than Patrick Mahomes' girlfriend. The referees. Two stories from this game. The referees and the offense. How much trust, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your trust in the offense?
Oh, like 0. Actually, I'll give it a 1 because Brady exists, but like.
So that's the problem. I'm on the side, like I'm watching Brady closely every week now because I want to see if he's actually declining. I don't even think he's declining. I really don't.
No,
Part of the problem with Tom Brady is if the middle of your line is an issue, then your quarterback is a sitting duck. Tom Brady is a pocket, especially for a guy like Tom Brady who doesn't move well. He's a pocket passer. That's why if you got a guy like you had Nate Solder on the left side forever, he would let guy go through like a friggin' turnstile. You had Marshall Newhouse doing the same thing. There at least is a circle, a pocket that's created a little bit. If you have guys blitzing up the middle on you and they're getting right by James Ferentz, your third string center, and Shaq Mason, who's nowhere near the same guy that he used to be. Shaq Mason sucks now. I don't know what the hell happened to him. He was the highest paid guard in football. This guy stinks now. Then where's Brady going to go? He can't go anywhere.
Yeah, and people were even looking at, like, look at the last play in the game, right? People were freaking out, and I was one of them. And you look at the situation, like Jacoby Myers wide open over the middle, throws the ball to Edelman. You take a second look at it. The only reason why he missed Edelman, because that ball was underthrown, that last play that the Patriots had in the corner. If he's not falling away 1 foot because there's like 8,000 guys breaking through the offensive line, he has the more ability to lead Edelman and only get it, and he'll catch it that ball. Like Brady made back foot. And he's on his back foot a lot. Yeah, there are some throws that he missed. Like there was another one that Edelman he missed on a crucial third down play.
Actually, it
was fourth down. That's a lie. It was fourth down. Like
he had him open too.
And don't get me wrong, he's not as good as he once was, but we're not expecting him to be. But now he doesn't have trust in his receivers. And look, I'm not one to argue the receiver crap because look, he's won with a lot less. But my bigger concern is
this crew is exceptionally bad.
Well, it's not even that they're bad. Why are they playing Jacoby Myers? He's dropped 3 times.
Because you only have 5 guys.
Yeah, why is N'Keal Harry then not on the field? Sanu.
You don't have any other options. Josh McDaniels did say today that he's going to be playing N'Keal Harry more.
Good, finally, because look, Jacoby Myers drops 2-3 passes. He was wide open on that last play. If he threw the ball to Myers and he actually caught it, he's at least at the first down marker, and then you have another chance. So that shows right there. If Myers catches the other ball in the end zone, like there's a reason why he didn't throw it to Myers. Shouldn't even be on the field. Myers wasn't even drafted. Like this is the way it doesn't make sense. They're drafting up plays for Myers. Sanu's barely getting thrown to, and neither is Myers. I mean, Harry's barely on the field. It's ridiculous the way they're doing this, and I don't put any of it on Brady because, look, he's declined a little bit, but he doesn't trust his receivers because they can't catch the ball. I put more of this on McDaniels than anything else.
And I've changed my tune on this entirely because I was one of the people who was like, okay, Tom Brady's finally declining, but what's he supposed to do? You look at this receiving core. You look at a guy like Jacoby Myers who is open. Ball hits him in the hands. He drops it. Your number one target and your real only consistently good target has been Julian Edelman. Mohamed Sanu's been okay, but look, Emmanuel Sanders.
But Sanu's also barely getting the ball thrown to him.
That's true, but I would have much rather had Emmanuel Sanders. Big Manny Sanders guy. I would have much rather the Patriots dealt away 2 draft picks to get Emmanuel Sanders on the team.
You know what's crazy is the 49ers didn't want Sanders first either. Their top choice was Sanu.
What happened?
So the Patriots overpaid to get Sanu. They paid more. They outbid the 49ers because they both wanted Sanu first. Didn't happen. Manny Sanders goes to 49ers, and now him and Debo have been phenomenal. Jimmy G's going to win a Super Bowl.
The receiving core just has nothing. It is desolate. Like at least last season when you had these same issues, you had Rob Gronkowski, and he was a shell of himself at that point. But you still had Rob Gronkowski there. You had him as a run blocker. You had him to take away defenders because, again, he was a shell of himself, but he still took away multiple defenders to watch him.
What have Ben Watson's targets looked like? I haven't taken a deeper dive into this yet, but I feel like they're for
He's
someone
old.
But look, he had success old in New Orleans with Drew Brees. Like you can still throw him the ball.
You know who is having a lot of success? And the team that he went to?
Jacob Hollister.
Jacob fucking Hollister. And me and you both liked him when he was here.
Oh, yeah. Great guy.
I like Jacob Hollister. And he's become like one of Russell Wilson's favorite targets.
He has more catches than all of our tight ends combined.
Yeah. He's become one of Russell Wilson's targets. Poor Russell Wilson, by the way. He's not going to get that MVP because Lamar Jackson's just gone off.
But Russell Wilson's been phenomenal this year.
Russell Wilson's had a great year. And for a while, he was favored to win the MVP, and then Lamar Jackson was like, nah, I got that.
Hold my beer, bro. I'm gonna go win this MVP trophy, running around like a little crazy man.
But the offense, I don't even see it getting fixed. I don't. There's
the reason why
team who can improve it's N'Keal Harry, because you know what everybody else is at this point. And Isaiah Wynn, I love Isaiah Wynn. He's been okay.
I mean, it's been better.
You know, the only offensive lineman who's been great has been Joe Thuney. You know how you know Joe Thuney's been great? You never hear him. He's never spoken about.
The more you hear offensive line names, the worse it gets, man. It's just the one thing that really pisses me off is the fact that, like, they're not even trying to run the ball.
They can't. Their offensive line's not good.
Yeah, but like when James White got more integrated in the game, when James White got more integrated second half, he looked better. Rex Burkhead's barely been touched. Why not sit Sony Michel, who clearly can't play right now, and let what's his face play, the guy they just drafted?
Damon Harris. I know what happened to him.
Why is Damon Harris not playing?
That guy must suck. Like, why is he not in the game?
Why is he not playing?
You drafted him for a reason. You drafted him pretty high too, didn't you?
Yeah,
third round.
Pretty high, third round. Knowing you had Sony Michel, it was really high.
Fourth
and
round?
Look, I'm not throwing in the towel on Sony Michel. I'm not throwing in the towel on Sony Michel yet. But if you drafted this dude, why is Rex Burkhead still on this team then? Like,
I'm somewhat backing out on Sony Michel. And you know why? Because we talked about this a lot last year. He is so dependent on how the offensive line plays. If the offensive line plays great, then he plays great. If they're struggling like they have been all season, this guy has just been useless. He's been desolate.
He's only good at like finding the holes. But like, he can't make guys miss. He can't make his own plays. He's not a top 10 running back in this league.
Not explosive at all.
But it's just ridiculous that you're not giving anybody else a shot. You're just making Brady throw with a terrible offensive line. You have no time to throw the ball. And
the only way that you're scoring is trick plays.
It's ridiculous, and it's scary that that's the case. I look at this team too, and like, yeah, the blitz has been a problem. The offensive line sucks, but part of it's also what can the receivers do to get open, because Brady's had the ball in his hands for a while. Like, we're used to seeing Brady quick throws, quick slants to Edelman, Gronk, and those guys. Obviously, when Gronk was here, and like that's what we're used to seeing in fast-paced offense. Brady's holding the ball a lot because guys aren't open, or the guy that is open he doesn't trust. So this offense has 3 weeks, Nick. Cincinnati, home against Buffalo, which that game could be for the division.
Yeah, it could be.
And then home against Miami. Look, I think they win all three. I don't think they lose the division. But when was the last time we had 3 weeks left in the season, Nick, and the division wasn't clinched yet?
No, and a lot of people are comparing last season to this season. And while that's fine, yeah, your offense was better last season. The offensive line last season was pretty damn good. Trent Brown as a left tackle. Remember, guys, after last season, Trent Brown got paid. Trent Brown was so good. Trent Brown
was a massive animal.
He got paid. Trent Brown was great. Joe Thuney was great. David Andrews was great. David Andrews is such a big loss to this team. People did not realize at the time. He is such a massive loss to this team. Marcus Cannon's taken a step back this year, but he was great last year. Shaq Mason was great last year. They had an offensive line last year. They had a decent receiving core. This year, there's no receiving. The running backs all stink. Your best running back is James White. James White's not a true running back. He catches passes. That's what he does. You know who had the second most rushing yards on Sunday? Thomas Edward Brady.
It was a great run.
The second most. You know how many rushing yards James White had overall?
Like 30.
33.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
Good job.
Wasn't Sony Michel like 5 attempts on 8 yards or something like that, or
whatever it was? It wasn't good. I'm honestly sick of Sony Michel. I'm over him.
I don't know if I'm there yet, but
I'm here. I'm there.
This offense,
just like the referees.
Look, the referees were terrible. But we look at what the Patriots are doing. The defense hasn't even been as great as they were earlier in the year either. Like, linebackers look slow.
They've kept you in games. Like, to hold the Chiefs to only 23 points is good.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, with 23 points against the Chiefs, you probably should win that game. And you should have had a chance to win that game.
The defense gave you a chance to win the game.
Defense gave you a chance to win that game. Honestly, the offense did its job. They should have tied the game and gone to overtime. They did tie the game and go to overtime a couple times. But it's ridiculous. I don't take anything in the next 3 weeks. I don't take stock in anything that happens in the next 3 weeks, because the next 3 weeks should be a cakewalk.
And that whole argument that there was a lot of discussion at the start of the year. Is this team as good as we think they are? Is this defense as good as we think they are? Because they're not playing great competition. Well, the defense is still playing great, still one of the best, if not the best in the NFL. I think they've proven that. But the reason that it looks like they've taken a step back is because they're playing legitimate competition now.
Well, they went 2-3 in that 5-game stretch.
Yeah.
In that Eagles, Cowboys, Texans, Ravens, and Chiefs. That 5-game stretch, they went 2-3.
Yeah, and the 3 teams that you lost to are probably the 3 teams you're going to have to go through to get to the Super Bowl.
You lost to the other 3 division leaders.
Yeah. You've proven that you're the 4th best team in the AFC.
Yeah, you've proven it. Like, you shouldn't have lost to Houston, who puked on themselves and played Denver the week after. Ravens are really good, and the Chiefs. I think they're better than the Chiefs. I do.
I do too.
This game was kind of a crapshoot. I think if it does happen where it all pans out right as it is now, and the Chiefs come back to Foxborough for the divisional round, they probably win that game, and then they play the Ravens on the road. They probably lose. So
now, real quick before we switch over, we're gonna wrap it up in the next 10. The referees in this game.
Oh, just garbage. Hot trash.
Disgusting. The worst officiated game I've ever seen in my life. It's not even close.
It was so bad, Nick. Just before we go over it, it was so bad that they are now contemplating, and the NFL has made a statement saying that they are going to look into all things officiating come the offseason, including the people who run the review room in New York, meaning that dude's out of a job. It was that bad this weekend with the Patriots game specifically that has now said they had to make a statement saying they are going to look at all things officiating come the offseason.
And the problem was when the game was happening and I saw all of this unfolding, the thought was, if they lose by a touchdown, this is going to look so much worse. And they lost by a touchdown. The Stephon Gilmore scoop and potential score, Travis Kelce fumble. Stephon Gilmore picks it up, starts running. The ref blows the whistle, which at this point they're told not to fucking do, Jared. They're told not to do that.
They've been told multiple times too.
If he scores, you automatically review it. You will know at that point. If he doesn't score, let the Chiefs review. That one or challenge. That one's not as egregious to me because it was so bang bang though. So okay.
I don't think he would have scored that anyway.
No, Tyreek Hill
was right there, dude. You don't outrun Tyreek Hill.
But then the N'Keal Harry one is the most disgusting one.
Look at this.
N'Keal Harry. So video, you guys can see it now because we're on YouTube. Tell your friends, subscribe.
Look at
Boom.
This. How much space there is. There's so much grass.
So N'Keal Harry makes a great play. That's being the great play that he made is just completely being overshadowed. He made a phenomenal play, made it to the corner, scored. Referees confer. Jared, they fucking got together. They got together. And we're like, is this a touchdown? No, let's call it out. If it scores, and if it's a touchdown, it automatically gets reviewed. If you stepped out, you got the pylon cam literally watching that. And I'm so sick of this bullshit excuse. You heard it that night too. Oh, he was blocked out by the tacklers. Oh, he couldn't see. I tweeted it out last night because I was watching the highlights. This referee, this old-ass referee, is maybe 5 feet away, staring right at N'Keal Harry's foot. Right at N'Keal Harry's foot. The fact that they took that off the board, didn't call it a touchdown, knowing that the Patriots didn't have a challenge, knowing that it would be automatically reviewed if they called it a touchdown, is egregious. It's disgusting. The Jerome Booger, boom roasted, needs to be fired. That whole crew needs to be fired.
The worst part about the N'Keal Harry thing is if you watch the replay, the ref that's towards the goal line at the end zone was so adamant, blowing the whistle, pointing to the spot where supposedly N'Keal Harry stepped out about. He was coming in bull rushing. No. No. He stepped out. Like, I'm like, okay, maybe he did. Like, he was that adamant that I believed him initially because we didn't see it at that point yet. I actually was like, oh, crap, did he actually step out? Well, okay, let's see it. We'll look. And then you look at the replays. I'm like, wait, okay, let's call that a touchdown. Let's review that. Let's come back. There's got to be someone else to talk this dude some sense. Like, he was so adamant about it. But again, the picture that everyone sees with the ref behind N'Keal Harry, that wasn't the guy that called him out initially. That was the second guy that he went and talked to. So he should have gone and said, hey, I think we might want to call this a touchdown because he looked like he was in, and we want to make sure. And the Patriots don't have any challenges, so let's just go look at it. He dove and got into the pylon. As soon as he does that, no matter what the outcome you think is, call it a touchdown, review it. Worst case, you're dead wrong and it gets flipped. And at this point, no one would care because that's what the pretty much standing procedure is at this point, is what it's supposed to be. So if they just do what they're supposed to do, call that a touchdown, Patriots kick a field goal at the end of that game instead of having a bull rush twice to try to get in, make a terrible throw, whatever it may be, your tie game going in overtime. Not saying they would have won, but tie game going in overtime, I like the Patriots odds there, especially with the way they were playing at the end of that game. So we don't sit here and tentatively say, like, hey, the refs cost the game, like actually cost you the game. This time, the refs actually might have cost the Patriots a football game.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Like, they at least took away. It was a good game overall. They took away in overtime good overtime.
Well, they overshadowed a really good game anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it was a really good football game, refs aside. It was back and forth. It was tight most of it. At the beginning, the Patriots got away from what they were doing well. But, look, it was a really good football game, and it's getting overshadowed because the refs are boneheads and can't do their job.
And then on top of all that, Philip Dorsett just gets tackled at the 5 with the pass coming in.
And now we're not even talking about it. You know why? Because someone claimed the Patriots are cheating again.
Yep.
Like, I guarantee you the Bengals went, oh, you want me to help cover this? I have one win, but I can be relevant right now. Let me claim the Patriots are cheating because I know they were up there this week, and they're blaming the refs for wins at which they were wrong. So let's just call them cheaters again, and we'll forget about the refs.
Or Goodell went, ring, ring.
Did you happen to?
Hey, Cincinnati. I'm gonna send a guy there. He's gonna be wearing a Bruins jacket. Can you accuse him of filming the sideline? I'm gonna have him with the camera. He's gonna be facing the sideline. You'll have the video footage.
He's gonna actually film the sideline. Yeah.
Yeah. About 8 minutes in, go tell somebody. They'll come over. They'll pull him out. Nobody's gonna be talking about the refs anymore. Okay? Yeah. Thanks. Click. Speaking of which, this guy did an interview on camera too. The camera guy they caught. I need to see that interview. Yeah. Then again, I also needed to see the Robert Kraft massage parlor one. Never saw that.
You wanted to see the funsies.
Oh, I was all in. I was not one of these bozos who was like, oh no, I wouldn't watch it. I was gonna watch the fuck out of that. All right, rapid fire real quick. Red Sox winter meetings. There's some decent news coming out of it. So the biggest story with the Red Sox this offseason is that they want to dip below the $208 million threshold. It would reset their luxury taxes. And I haven't gotten a chance to read it, but Alex Spear of the Boston Globe, who I would love to get on here, he wrote an article today where he breaks down what the Red Sox punishments, what their taxes would be if they do not hit this. Basically, why they want to get back under $208 million. It resets everything if they do that this year. Right now, their total payroll is at $211 million. So it's actually much more feasible than I thought. Brian O'Halloran today, though, he made it sound so at the start in November when Sam Kennedy first kind of broke this. He made it sound like it was more. They're gonna really try hard for this. Not a mandate, like he said, not a necessity, but they're going to do everything they can to do it. Now, Brian O'Halloran, the Red Sox GM today, comes out and basically makes it sound like it's really not that necessary. So he's talking to MLB Network Radio. I guess they have a channel on
Sirius that no one listens to. Yep.
On Sirius. There's so many channels on Sirius. I would love to see if they got like 5 listens.
Well, they might because, we mean Sirius in general or the MLB channel?
The Sirius in general.
Oh, well, they have
Actually,
Barstool,
you know what?
So.
Doesn't Chris Mad Dog Russo have one on?
Yeah. Well, they have Barstool too. So.
Yeah. Well, that's true. There are some friggin' Stern's still on there.
Stern is never leaving there.
I know. So Halloran said this today, per Nick Quaglia's article on clnsmedia.com. Quote, our owners made it clear that we would love to get under the CBT, the competitive balance tax threshold if possible. That's a goal of ours. But we're not going to do it at the expense of not putting the team on the field that our fans deserve. So that kind of calmed me down a little bit because my whole concern is these guys are just going to sell off everybody and then all of a sudden this team's not going to be competitive. I was like, are these guys lying? Like, are they gonna dump the salary to the point where they're not going to be competitive anymore, and they're just telling us that they're going to be competitive? Well, we'll see. The interview he talked about how winning is priority number one. We'll see if they stick to that. But I'm very interested to see how they maneuver this. With that,
trading David Price now.
Jackie Bradley Jr. is being shopped actively this week.
He'll never get traded.
He's estimated to make $11 million this year. So if that's the case, I mean, then they've got $8 million to play with.
I wouldn't hate it. I've been wanting them to trade him forever, but
then who do you fill in there?
I'll believe the trade market but see, the thing is, you can't trade Jackie Bradley and then say trade Benintendi in a David Price deal. You can't trade both of them. And then lose Mookie Betts the year after. Because that's what they're also talking about. Potentially, like, if you trade David Price, which is also on the table, teams are interested, right? Anaheim might lose Cole if that's the case. They're going to want him. Do you eat the salary, right, which you don't want to do as a team right now, apparently? Or do you add a player like Benintendi of value to the trade to finish that with, say, the Angels? There's a lot of moving pieces, and I'd rather them trade Bradley, but I'll believe that when they actually see it.
I just saw your tweet. Tom Brady passing the best buddies torch. Is it another sign of him out the door after this season?
Just fueling the fire, baby.
No, but David Price, I mean, that was another somebody else I wanted to talk about here real quick. So with the report this week from Jeff Passan that now MLB executives are saying that it's unlikely, it sounds like, that the Red Sox are going to deal Mookie Betts, which is fine. I was actually totally okay with the Patriots trading Mookie Betts. I really was. I think it's a smart move. I don't think he's going to sign back here.
It's the quick way to save money and fuel prospects. It was a no-brainer. I'm all for it if they change their mind and do it.
Right. Well, that's something else Brian O'Halloran says. He says if they do end up trading Mookie Betts this offseason, it's going to be good for the Red Sox because they're going to get a hell of a haul for him.
Yeah.
But that's the only way that you do it. Is if you get a hell of a haul.
I think they're taking calls. I think they're behind the scenes. I think they're just trying to keep it super hush and tell people they're not. But they're taking phone calls. Someone's going to call with a grandfather offer, and that, like the Braves, for example. Like, someone's going to call, offer him a bunch of money and picks and all this stuff. And you know what? They might just take it. And if that's the case, they don't trade David Price. So I don't know. I'm almost more inclined. I'd rather them trade Mookie Betts than David Price. They need the pitching.
Well, so David Price or Nathan Eovaldi?
I mean, to trade Nathan Eovaldi,
those are the two arms that they're apparently searching to move instead of Mookie.
Yeah, but who's going to actually move? It's going to be Price. No one's taking Eovaldi.
Nobody's taking double Tommy John Eovaldi.
No,
but if I had to choose, though, I mean, I would still choose David Price just because it's 31. It's 30. Now it's $32 million over the next 3 seasons. That's a lot of money to be committed to a guy who's been having some health issues. And if you do trade him, you're not going to be moving the entire salary. You're going to have to eat some of it. But I would be fine with unloading that contract.
You got to get some pitching in here, man. You got nothing.
Hey, Wade Miley's still out there, baby.
Give me some Wade.
Bring back the mullet.
Dude, give me Travis Shaw, man. Travis Shaw's still out there.
Not on Travis Shaw. Did you look at his numbers from last year?
They weren't good.
157.
They weren't good. They weren't. What's his face was?
I was semi with you, but then I looked at his numbers. I was like, all right, I'm fucking out.
Yeah, I didn't realize how bad his numbers were, so I looked at them and I went, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. There's talks about what's his face getting an early call up. It's Bobby Dahlbeck.
They might do that just for a cheap option at first base.
Yeah,
because they don't. Mitch Moreland's gone. Steve Pearce is effectively retired. He basically retired last year.
Yeah.
When he just didn't show up and didn't play. But they might need a first baseman. I think Michael Chavis has proven himself. He can be a fine second baseman. If you could put Bobby Dahlbeck at first base, he's got to improve on his average, but I think that would be absolutely fine. Marco Hernandez, also another option at second base. Brock Holt, who knows where he's going to go?
He's not. He might be a Yankee.
I'd puke. There's no way.
I don't know if he'd even say yes to it. He'd be like, I'll find somewhere else to play.
There's no chance.
I'm not putting Griff Holt in a Yankees t-shirt. Thanks very much. Look, I wouldn't hate Marco Hernandez playing second base if Chavis gets to play first. You can't bench the ice horse. You can't do it. You gotta let him play.
I think he's absolutely starting.
Yeah,
next year.
100%. He's starting. I mean, he was mostly starting this year. I wouldn't hate Marco Hernandez Chavis right side of the infield. I wouldn't mind that if you don't think Dahlbeck's ready and you don't want to push it with like a free agent guy because you need a lot more help than your defense.
All right, my throat's gassed.
Okay, Pedroia's not coming back either. That's done with.
Well, that's another huge option here. If he doesn't decide to retire, that's $13 million more on the books.
He needs to retire.
But if he does retire, that's $13 million off the books. Helps the Red Sox out a lot.
Chaim Bloom needs to sit Pedroia down and go, hey man, this town loves you. You need to retire.
Hey man, get the fuck out of here.
You have $13 million tied to your name. It could really help the team. You're not coming back. We know that. You can stay on as like a coach. We'll cut you down. We just can't. You need to retire.
Just beg him, please.
You just need to walk away, man.
Please.
We'll give you whatever you want outside of the $13 million because you have to come off the books.
Just leave.
We'll pay you. How about this? We'll pay you the $13 million, Dustin. We'll pay you the but it's going to be as a coach, not on the player's salary. Great.
I would love to see him come back and be successful.
As a second baseman, he can't do it. He's done.
Well, I mean, I know, but I'm saying hypothetically, if he did, I would love to see that.
If he comes back, then please trade David Price because those two together are not good for the locker room.
Yeah.
Okay, goodbye.
You know what I got a gripe with? Restaurants that serve chips instead of fries.
Oh,
I got a gripe with that.
They don't. There's not a choice. Do they just serve chips?
No, fucking place down the street from me. Just opened recently.
Well,
went there for the first time on Saturday. Place is packed all the time. Wildly busy. I ordered my sandwich.
Besides
I get
the
it back.
chips?
I got potato chips.
Was it good food?
They're like homemade potato chips. Yeah, the sandwich was fine.
Oh, then don't be hating on the homemade potato chips.
No, give me French fries. Give me an option at least. I'll pay an extra $1.
Yeah, it's weird they don't give you an option.
Yeah. Bullshit about that. Bullshit. If you don't serve French fries with your food, I'm going to be rattled. Rattled. Couch Guy Sports Podcast, episode number 137. Nick Quaglia, Jared Scali, producer Patty P, making us sound good. Guys, remember this podcast brought to you by MANSCAPED. Go to manscaped.com. Use promo code Couch Guy, all one word, for 20% off and free shipping. Get their incredible products, including ball deodorant, ball cream, helps you not chafe. Plenty of phenomenal stuff in that package. Also, Seated, the best reservations app in the game. Use it when you go to Boston, coming soon to Providence, to our local listeners. And use our link in the description for that. Guys, helps out the show, and it also helps you out because you get rewarded when you sign up. Again, Nick Quaglia, Jared Scali, guys. Rate and subscribe. iTunes. We're now on Spotify as well. And we're also on SoundCloud. And then subscribe. Rate and subscribe on iTunes and YouTube. And just spread the good word of the Couch Guy Sports Podcast. We're going up. I don't look at the numbers much. We're going up, apparently, every quarter. Keep it going. You guys are awesome. We appreciate the hell out of you guys. Keep it going. Couch Guy Sports Podcast, episode 137 in the books. Guys, we're going to be back next week. Me, Jared Scali, producer Patty P. Guys, thanks for listening, and thanks for watching.